Back once again. You'll need to batten down the hatches for later today as, yes, more stormy weather in the forecast. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Robbie, and you're exactly right. Especially later on tonight, that's when the strongest activity will be expected. So as of this morning and into this afternoon, it's the time to go ahead and get prepared and have a safe place to go to, which would be an interior room away from any exterior windows and doors. Because we're talking about big hail, upwards of 2-inch in diameter, potentially even larger, 80-mile-per-hour winds. These are straight line winds, but can have damage like a tornado, and a few spin-up tornadoes could be possible with this big system that I'm tracking. Meanwhile, during the day, it should be nice and calm. However, those temperatures will be extremely hot in the mid-90s, but the heat index value will be in the triple digits, so be mindful of that as well. Let's talk about the severe threat. Again, we're talking about large hail, damaging winds, but flooding and tornado threat are lower end, but they're still there. Something I'm keeping a very close eye on as we move into later this evening. I want to show you the wind threat. In the hatch potential, that's where we could be looking at wind gusts upwards of 70, 80 miles per hour. To just put this into reference, that's about Category 1 hurricane strength winds. So if you have anything outdoors that could be tossed, tumbled around, now is the time to go ahead and bring those items indoors. Doesn't mean everybody's going to see intense wind gusts or extremely large hail. No, but we have the potential here, and that means you need to go ahead and stay weather aware and go ahead and prepare for the worst. Moderate risk is a level 4 out of 5 in the red shaded area. That's going to include the Metroplex stretching up to the north. Enhanced risk, a level 3 out of 5. But regardless, you need to make sure you are staying tuned to the forecast, especially later on this evening. We're talking about 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. is that timeline I'm looking at as of right now. A couple spotty showers and a few rogue storms will be probable within the afternoon. In fact, we are starting to pick up on a couple rogue cells over into northern Dallas County, headed towards Garland. Just some rumbles of thunder there and some rainfall. And then over towards Union Valley, as well as west to Waukene is where a thunderstorm is moving across the region. Sub-severe, but that won't be the case later on tonight. Here's that big line of thunderstorms. Northwestern counties we're looking at around 8 to around 10 p.m. Over across the Metroplex, some of the strongest activity anticipated 9 p.m. to around 1 a.m. Then that continues to shift down to the south and to the east. Again, gusty winds will be possible as well as some large hailstones. Moving into Monday, chance for some spotty showers, isolated storms probable within the morning, afternoon, and even into the evening. So another kind of muggy day for you will be expected tomorrow, but at least those temperatures will be a little bit cooler. As of right now, 79 degrees is where you're sitting at, and it feels like 82. That's because the dew points are in the 70s, and that's going to fuel all of those thunderstorms for later on this evening. Remember, first alert weather day for your Monday, and then another risk for severe weather moving into Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to be an active pattern moving into the next week, Robbie. Expecting another hot day today. In fact, triple-digit heat is what it's going to feel more like during the afternoons. Be mindful if you're out and about. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water, as well as taking frequent breaks into the air conditioning. Now, we do have a first alert weather day in store for us. Moving into later tonight, widespread severe thunderstorms will be expected. And then Monday, another first alert for the chance for even more additional showers and storms. I want to show you right now what's happening on the radar. If we go over towards our eastern counties near Royce City, rogue cells starting to move off to the east as we speak, and over towards Cooper, we're seeing a rogue thunderstorm, just some lightning and some hefty rainfall just falling with that lone cell as they continue to move off to the east as of this morning. They will likely dissipate within the next hour or so. Now, I am watching for the more potential of severe weather as we continue into later on this evening, and in fact, we're level 4 out of 5 threat as we continue until later today. We're looking at the potential for very high wind gusts, upwards of around 70 miles per hour. In the red shaded areas where the highest potential for severe weather, but anywhere across North Texas, we have that elevated risk as we continue through the remainder of the evening tonight. 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. are northwestern counties across the Metroplex, 9 p.m. to midnight, and then off towards the southeastern counties around 10 p.m. p.m. to 1 a.m. Again, 76 is where we're sitting at as of right now, but with all the moisture in the atmosphere, it feels more like 80 degrees. Temperatures will continue to climb today back into the mid-90s, but it's going to feel like the triple digits. Once again, make sure you're drinking plenty of water if you have any of those outdoor festivities planned today, but a cold frontal system will swing through, bringing us down to 85 for tomorrow, and I'll talk more on your forecast coming up.
All right. Thank you so much, Lauren.